Hello, Hornets, and welcome to Gen Y. Why Gen Y? Because we are the inquisitive generation always seeking inspiration and following our dreams. I'm your host, Kristle Adler, here with Sirtaj Bhangu, who is working towards a future in filmmaking. Sirtaj, thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, how old are you, and why have you chosen a major in business and film?
I'm 20 years old, and I picked a major in business and film because I love to create, I love to make videos and films, and I also think that business is directly related to the film industry. It's a billion-dollar industry, and getting a business degree is a really smart move to get ahead in the industry.
Definitely, I agree. You're a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
Millennials are a generation of technology. What is your relationship with technology, and how does it tie into your future endeavors?
I think we are in the information age, and millennials need to keep up to date in every new technology. I think there's budding technologies like 360 video that will affect the film industry, and I can see in like a decade consumers will have 360 videos like on Christmas Day, like right next to the Christmas tree, and you get to relive those memories, or use that for an interactive experience for like a TV series. Imagine a TV series with 360 video, or even just social media. When Twitter popped up, when Instagram popped up, people flocked to those, and you can use that to push your ideas, right? Like short films on Instagram.
Do you think you, as a millennial, have a leg up in the industry as opposed to filmmakers in the past?
If anything, we have a leg down. I think because camera gear is becoming cheaper and more affordable, and anyone can get it. Also, you're having 4K cameras on your cell phones, so anyone can go out and make a film. And then you have mediums like, or platforms rather, like YouTube, where you can, or Vimeo, and you can put out your films, put out your content, your videos, and it can be picked up, and you can get a Netflix deal because you made videos with friends on YouTube.
So it's kind of good in the sense that it's so expansive. It can be picked up. It's so readily available.
Right.
You can make films, and they can get out there. The exposure is there, but the competition is also there.
The competition is huge. Sure, there's exposure, but when everyone has a cell phone, when everyone has a YouTube account, the competition is huge. But when in the old days, when film school was a new thing, people like Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola, they all went to film school together, and then they became Hollywood directors right out of film school, and that doesn't really happen anymore.
What kind of films do you want to make, and what kind of message do you want to convey to your audience?
Well, a part of me wants to make dramatic films that have a deep meaning and a message, and maybe push an agenda. But another part of me just wants to make things that I would like to see, that I would like to watch, something fun. I'm a big fan of like Tarantino and Wes Anderson, and they might have underlying messages, but it's always just a fun film that you can just lose yourself and watch it, So a little bit of both.
So speaking of Quentin Tarantino, do you find yourself following in his footsteps as far as his style of filmmaking?
I think I'm still trying to find my own style. His style is very, his dialogue is super out there and informal, and that's what's really different about him. But also the way he uses blood and gore. I don't think I'd be using as much blood and gore as Tarantino.
Yeah,
is.
it's pretty risky.
Right.
We're gonna take a quick break. I'm Kristle Adler speaking with Sirtaj Bhangu here on Gen Y. Welcome back, Hornets. I'm Kristle Adler speaking with Sirtaj Bhangu on Gen Y. Sirtaj, can I ask you, what was high school Sirtaj like?
High school Sirtaj was a lot more nerdy and awkward. I think I've come a long way since high school. I think I gained a lot of confidence. And high school me was just so much different. I think I was in the awkward years back then.
So you wouldn't go back if you could?
No, I would not.
Did you learn anything in high school that you are taking into your future in film?
I learned, well, in high school, that's when I really decided to go after a career in film. And so I think what I learned really is what I wanted to do. And I found that in high school and taking a bunch of classes and figuring out, like, oh, you know what, I want to pursue filmmaking.
Well, you're 20 years old. You're young, you're a millennial. What is the best advice that you've been given, and what would you give to people who are younger than you looking for a career in film?
The best advice that I've been given wasn't really necessarily about filmmaking. It was just about life in general. And it came from my dad. And he said basically to just follow your dreams no matter what, because it's the harder thing to do. It's very easy, I think, to go after a career that, you don't necessarily enjoy, but would pay well. And any creative field, there's so much risk involved because there's no guarantee that you're going to be successful in a filmmaking career. So the advice that I would give to young people is to just follow their dreams and work at it every day. Just work at it every day.
Have you done internships? Have you created your own videos? What have you done so far that you could put on a resume?
I've created a few short films and also started a video production company. And I think that was an avenue to break into the industry and make commercials and make money doing the thing that I want to do. And and being your own boss is really a part of that. So I can make my own time as a student, but still take time to make those videos.
So what is the biggest sacrifice that you've made so far, and what do you see as future sacrifices?
The biggest sacrifice I've made is probably just venturing out here and taking the big move. I'm actually from the Central Valley up north, and you need to, I think, it's actually, you don't need to move down here, but it's so much easier, or rather it's better to find all the jobs are in the Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
And so I looked at the schools here. Fullerton College is really good, and I want to transfer out and start getting jobs in the LA area.
Absolutely. What have you learned from a boss or a teacher, whether it's positive or negative, and how has it impacted you in pursuing your career?
Man, I've had good teachers and bad, and I think a valuable lesson that I learned from a bad teacher was that you need to really love what you do, because I've had teachers who are not interested in what they do.
And that can make it very difficult.
Yeah.
That is all the time we have for today. I'm Kristle Adler, and we'd love to give a big thanks to Sirtaj Bhangu for being here with us on Gen Y.